みんなの日本語 Lesson 1. In this lesson, you will learn simple greetings and self-introduction with people you meet for the first time, and you can say your name, country, and a job to the other person or ask the other person's name, country, and a job. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to give a brief self-introduction. This is today's grammar notes. Let's begin. N1 は N2 です。N1 is the topic of the sentence followed by は。は is a member of the class of words called particles. は is a particle used to indicate the topic of a sentence and is added after the noun you are referring to. は is called a topic marker. The topic marker は is written using the は character and can never be written using the は character. Another example of this exception is こんにちは, meaning hello in Japanese. Is also written こんにちは, but you read こんにちは. N2 describes N1 followed by the word です. です is added to N2 and works as a predicate. The most significant feature of the Japanese language is that the predicate comes at the end of the sentence. Here, N2 is a noun, so it's a noun predicate sentence. But N2 can be a verb and an adjective. These three, noun predicate sentences, verb predicate sentences, and adjective predicate sentences, are the basic sentence patterns of Japanese. Noun sentences are in lesson 1, 2, 3. Verb sentences are covered in lessons 4 through 7. And adjective sentences are taught in lesson 8. Once you have mastered these sentence patterns, you can speak simple Japanese expressions quite well. N1 は N2 です。I am Mari. What is I in Japanese? Yes, 私. Here, I is the topic of the sentence. Speaking of I, as for I, 私はマリです。私はマリです。I am a company employee. Again, 私は What is an employee in Japanese? Yes, 会社員. So you can say 私は会社員です. Mr. Kimura is a teacher. Here, Mr. Kimura is the topic of the sentence. You say 木村さん. San means Mr. or Ms. and is added to the family name or the first name of the listener or a third person to show the speaker's respect. Please remember you don't use san when referring to yourself or someone in your own family. Children are referred to as chan rather than san, as we see in the following grammar point of this lesson. Moving on, what is a teacher in Japanese? Yes. 先生。木村さんは先生です。The word 先生 originally meant an honorable master. It is okay to say 私は先生です。But it may sound slightly arrogant. So using another word, 教師 is better when you speak about yourself. Like 私は教師です。Next, N1 は N2 じゃありません。じゃありません is the negative form of です。You just replace です with じゃありません。じゃ is a contraction of では。In written language or more formal situations, you say ではありません。In contrast, じゃないです is colloquial. Here, in みんなの日本語 we practice using じゃありません。Alright, Miss Lin is not a student. What is Miss Lin in Japanese? Lin さん。Student is 学生。リンさんは学生じゃありません。リンさんは学生じゃありません。Miss Lin is not a Vietnamese. Again, リンさんは What is Vietnamese in Japanese? ベトナム人。人 means people. When you say someone's nationality, it would be the name of the country plus 人。リンさんはベトナム人じゃありません。The next grammar point is N ですか This is a question sentence. A question is formed by adding か to the end of the sentence. か is a particle called a sentence final particle used to make a question. In Japanese, the word order doesn't change in a question sentence, and the particle ka is pronounced with a rising intonation, like da 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 ka. Again, to make a question sentence, you can add ka at the end of a statement. Very simple. Let's see the example. Is Mr. Smith an engineer? スミスさんは Engineer is エンジニア in Japanese. エンジニアですかスミスさんはエンジニアですか This type of question asks whether a statement is affirmative or negative. It's a yes-no question. So, when affirmative, はい means yes, エンジニアです。You say はい first and then repeat the comment portion of the sentence. はい、エンジニアです。But it sounds a bit redundant, so you can say はい、そうです。そうです is literally that it's so, meaning your comment is correct. When negative, いいえ meaning no, エンジニアじゃありません you say いいえ first and then negate the comment portion of the statement. いいえ、エンジニアじゃありません。Or after いいえ, you will say what he does, like いいえ、医者です。医者 means a doctor. No, he is a doctor. Is that person Mr. Smith? That person in Japanese is あの人. So here the topic is あの人. あの人は Mr. Smith, スミスさんですか？あの人はスミスさんですか？ If affirmative, はい、スミスさんです。or はい、そうです。If not, いいえ、スミスさんじゃありません。As you see, this question type is a yes-no question. In contrast, the next one is who is the person? The topic of the sentence is, again, あの人 the person. あの人は who is 誰 in Japanese. 誰ですか? You add か particle at the end. あの人は誰ですか? The previous one, when you were asked あの人はスミスさんですか? Your answer should be yes or no, はい or いいえ. Here, when you are asked あの人は誰ですか? Your answer should be the specific name of the person. Let's say Mr. Brown. ブラウンさんです。N1 も N2 です。も is another particle used when the same thing happens as stated previously. も is a similarity marker. Let's say Mr. Yan is Taiwanese. Yan さんは What's Taiwanese in Japanese? Taiwan is the country name, so 台湾人。ヤンさんは台湾人です。Ms. Tsai is also a Taiwanese. The same thing applies as was stated above. サイさんも台湾人です。ヤンさんは台湾人です。サイさんも台湾人です。N1 no N2. No is a particle again. This particle's function is to connect two nouns, N1 and N2. Let's take an example. The phrase 富士大学の学生 means a student at Fuji University. The second noun, 学生, provides the main idea, and the first noun, 富士大学, makes it more specific. The main idea is N2, and N1 provides restrictions or specifications. In other words, N1 modifies N2. Next, a researcher at MGA. MGA の researcher, a researcher in Japanese, 研究者 MGA の研究者 Mr. Yan is a doctor at Misaki Hospital. Yan さんは Doctor is 医者 Hospital is 病院 So 三崎病院の医者です。ヤンさんは三崎病院の医者です。The last one is the subcategory of the first grammar point. N1 は N2 です。Here, the age comes in N2. When you count age, you use the counter suffix called 歳 which means years old. Miss Lin is 33 years old. Lin さんは33 33歳です。How old is Aki? Let's say Aki is a young child and you ask Aki's age to her mom. What do you say? You call her name Aki-chan. Chan is added to small children's name instead of san to show familiarity. So, Aki-chan wa how old is 何歳 meaning what age. What is nan or nani? Which one to use, you may wonder. The sound changes depending on the sound just after nan or nani. You don't say nani sai. Nan sai is correct. Anyway, how old is 何歳 Aki-chan は何歳ですか She's 5 years old. 5 is 5. So, 5歳です。You don't need to say she is in Japanese because you know who you are speaking about. It is already implied. Finally, let's practice 自己紹介 self-introduction. This is very simple. First, it's good to say nice to meet you. はじめまして. Then your name. マリです。You don't need to say 私は. Just マリです is fine. Then for me, 日本から来ました。Your name of the country plus から来ました。Suppose you came from America. アメリカから来ました。Or the name of the place where you currently live. Plus に住んでます。Suppose you are living in Nepal. ネパールに住んでます。And then, thank you in advance. よろしくお願いします。はじめまして、マリです。日本に住んでます。よろしくお願いします。それでは今日はこれで終わります。さようなら。